and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today we're going to start our playthrough of Dinosaur Island. Now, if you'd like to see how to set up the game, and this is a solo playthrough, feel free to check out the video before this on the playlist. Otherwise, let's just jump right in. Dinosaur Island has 5 different phases that you will play throughout each round, and we're going to play 7 rounds in the solo game. So the first phase is called the research phase. Here what we're going to do is we're going to roll these 5 dice to determine which DNA is going to be available to us. Let's see what we get. So here's the 5 dice that we rolled for this round. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on our research board. In this phase, we're going to use only our scientists, and we can decide whether we want to grab some DNA, whether we want to go and start getting some of our dinosaurs, learning the DNA sequences we need for our dinosaurs, maybe expanding our cold storage, or even just passing. And if we decide to pass with these scientists, they then move to become workers that we can use in phase 3. In the solo game, before you start deciding what actions you're going to do during the research phase, you will draw the top card of the AI deck. Here we see all the different things that are going to be eliminated for this round. So dice 4 and 5, we are not going to be able to get. Oh, which stinks because they're both the ones that have 2 icons on them. Wonderful. Thank you, AI. I mean, that's just perfect, right? This here denotes which one of the dinosaurs are going to be unavailable to us. If we look here, we have these 3 DNA types for dinosaurs that we can learn. Since we are losing number 3, unfortunately that means our Sarphagamics or whatever is going to be gone. And we don't flip this up until the end of this round during the cleanup phase. So the only 2 dinosaurs that we can potentially get this round are the Velociraptor and the Pachylosaurus. We also lose the attraction in the $4 area, so that's going to be the Raptor Nuggets are no longer available, and the $2 specialist we cannot get either, and that really stinks. I was really looking forward to getting the security guard too. We can't get them. So now, of the dice that are left, we get to decide with our 3 scientists what we want to do. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is use my scientist number 3 and come here to the increase cold storage. Now, how you do this is really cool. You look to see whatever number you have on the scientist. So I'm using my number 3 scientist to do this. I then get to increase cold storage on 3 of my different DNA types. If I had used my scientist 1, I'd only be able to increase 1 of them. Because I'm thinking of going for the Velociraptor, and I need 2 of these DNA types, I think I'm going to move this one up 2, and this advanced DNA up 1. My next action is going to be to use my 1 scientist to come here and claim this DNA type. Now this is the advanced yellow DNA type, and how I determine how much I get to collect is it's the DNA type multiplied by my scientist number. So my scientist number is 1, so I get 1 of this yellow DNA. I will not complain about that. Nice. For my 3rd and final scientist, I'm going to come over here and learn the Velociraptor DNA set. Now I have to use a 2 or a 3 scientist to do this. I have a 2, so I have no problem grabbing this. I get to place this anywhere in my park, so I'm going to grab right here. Now I haven't actually created a dinosaur. I have just learned how to create the Velociraptor, and I have a paddock so that I can hold 1 Velociraptor. At the end of the research phase, you look at the dice that are left on the research board. You find the one that has the most pips on it. Both of them are at 3, so it doesn't matter. So I'll just grab this one and place it here. This 3 means that we're going to increase the threat just for this round temporarily by 3. So right now our threat is only at 1 because we have 1 dinosaur that's worth 1 threat. But the threat for this round is going to be 4. And if our security level is not at 4 or higher, we're going to have some of our patrons be eaten or have them run away at the end of the round. That completes phase 1. Now we're going to move on to phase 2. Phase 2 is called the market phase, and we get 2 turns of purchasing anything that we want on this board and on the side of the board. Now, if we decide to pass, we gain $2 by passing. For this round, I think my plan is to spend $2, and I can gain any 2 basic DNA and then discard anything in this row. So I'll discard this lab token. It doesn't really matter right now, but I'm going to pay $2, and this is going to allow me to get 2 of any of the basic DNA. In order to make the velociraptors, I need 2 of these purple DNA. So I'm going to move this up by 2. Now I should have sufficient DNA to create one velociraptor this round. My second purchase from the marketplace is going to be this dino security. It's really expensive to do this, but if I'm going to try and complete one objective each round, I need my security level high. So I'm going to pay 5 coins. I only have 5 left, but I'm going to grab this dino security because we can increase our security level by 1 at no cost, which is awesome. What I'll do is place that here in this under construction area, and now I can place workers here if I'd like. Now we move on to phase 3, and that's the worker phase. We're going to take our 4 workers here and we can place them anywhere inside of our park to help us with stuff. So here we have our DNA refinement 1. We can convert regular basic DNA into advanced DNA. We can create a dinosaur. This tool bench lets us upgrade paddock capacity or increase our security level, and that's by 1, and we can put an unlimited amount of workers here. Pretty cool. Our dino security here we already saw, and then we have our venture capital, collect money from the bank. $3, $2, or $1. We know we need our security at 4 or higher to be able to not kill off any of our patrons. So the first thing I'm going to do is place 1 worker here so I can increase our security. We'll move our security tracker up by 1, but you see how we're in the 1 coin area? That means we have to pay 1 coin to do this. So now we have 4 coins left. We're now going to place our last 3 workers here in this dino security. I can't believe I'm having to do this, but I don't know what else I could have done to do this the right way. So this is going to allow me to increase my security level by 2 at no cost. And I'm saying by 2 because I'm activating it twice. 1 time with 1 worker and 1 time with 2 workers. Our security level will go from 2 all the way to 4, and we didn't have to pay the 4 coins to do that. We've now completed phase 3. We're going to start phase 4. Now you may be asking, why, Colin, did you not create a velociraptor? You have everything you need. You have the DNA. You had the workers. Why didn't you do it? Well, one of the objectives is to allow none of your patrons to be eaten for 1 round. I really want to do that this round so I get 10 victory points. If I had built a velociraptor or created a velociraptor, they would have increased our threat by 2. There would have been no way then I could have kept our security high enough to be able to prevent any of our patrons from being eaten. So I gave up the velociraptor for 10 victory points. Was that a good idea? I don't know, but that's what I decided to do. So now we'll move to phase 4. It's the park phase. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab from our cup patrons equal to our excitement level. Well, our excitement level is at 1. We only have 1 dinosaur, so that means we have a single patron. Oh, good. And he's yellow. So because he's yellow, what we'll do is place him outside of our park, and he's going to pay us $1 to come in. Yay. Now, if it had been a hooligan would not pay us any money. So after that, he's going to have to come into our park, and we need to make sure we have a place for him to be. These paddocks here only have spaces equal to the amount of dinosaurs. So I can't place him over here in the velociraptor area because there's no velociraptors there. But I could place him in the hat location, or I could place him here in the Gallimimus area. Doesn't matter, I'll just place him here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at our security level and compare it to our threat. As you can see, our threat level is only at 1 because we only have 1 dinosaur. Our security level is 4, and then we add the 3 pips here just for this round, so that puts us up to 4. 4 and 4 equal. Nobody gets scared away or eaten. Yes. We then get to score victory points equal to the amount of patrons that are on our board enjoying our park. So we score 1 victory point. We'll then grab him and put him back in the cup. We can move our victory points from 10 to 11. Finally, we move to phase 5, which is the cleanup phase. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to claim one of the objective cards. And that's going to be, make sure no patrons were eaten this round. You better believe it. So I'm going to discard this and gain 10 victory points because we're in round 1. And you can see on here, round 1 is worth 10 victory points for every one of our objectives we completed. Now, I could have tried to complete more than one objective in this round, but then I couldn't get the 10 extra victory points at the end of the game if I do one each round. So I'm going to go from 11 to 21 victory points. Also in the cleanup phase, anything in the $2 area gets removed, and then everything else gets pushed up on the board. So we'll move all of these up to here, like so, and then I'm going to refresh it. So here we go. We have set up the marketplace for the next round. And don't forget, remember at the beginning, we reorganized the attractions by cost. Don't have to do that after the first round. We've finished the cleanup phase, so now we'll move to round 2. We'll start round 2 by rolling some dice. Oh, this is really cool. This is a special icon, and it allows us to gain a permanent worker. Cool. Something that I forgot to show you in the cleanup phase is we should have removed all of our scientists and our workers, and we should have flipped over new large and small carnivores. Moving on to the research phase, the first thing we'll do is we'll draw this top card, and we're going to lose dice 4 and 5 again. Why did I put those two at the back again, the ones that had double? Ugh. We're going to lose number 2, so the pteranodon. Bummer, I kind of wanted to have a flying dinosaur. And we're just going to lose a lab tile, and the lab tile we're going to lose is the renovation committee. For this phase, I'm going to try and complete the objective that says only use one scientist during the research phase. So that means I'm just going to use my number 2 researcher, and I'm going to come here. I'm going to grab this DNA type. I get 2 of them, but I'm doing that because that means this threat is not going to happen. The other 2 dice only add 1 threat, and I feel like that's a lot more manageable. So let's just grab this die. That means we get 2 more of these. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pass with our other 2 scientists. So our other 2 scientists will move in and they'll become workers for us that we can use in phase 3. We now get to move on to phase 2, the market phase, and we have exactly $4, and we're going to use all 4 to grab this lab tile, gain any 1 advanced DNA, nice, and this merchandiser. Now, the first thing is this merchandiser is going to give us an additional worker we can use. But also, we can place 1 patron at a merchandise attraction, even if it's full, each round to score 1 VP. What can happen is if you don't have enough places to put people because you have so much excitement for your park, but you don't have enough spaces for them, they don't get you victory points because they have to sit outside your park. He lets you put an extra patron at a merchandise place. And we have that hat area, so that will work for us. So kind of cool. So we'll grab him. We'll place the intensive research right here, and our merchandiser can be placed right here. And you know what, you guys? I totally forgot. I should have placed this die that has the 1 pip in the threat level. So we just have to remember that our threat level right now is going to be increased by 1 at the end of the round. And that's just going to be for this round. We also grab our extra worker. Yeah. And now phase 3, we get to use all of these workers. Let's do some fun stuff to our park. First things first, we want to create a velociraptor. We couldn't do it last time. We can do it this time. The velociraptor is going to need all of these DNA types. So that's going to be 1 of the light blue, 1 of the light purple, 2 of the darker purple, and 1 yellow. But now we can place a velociraptor in that paddock. We'll drop him right here. And, I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? I love the little little meeples here. And because now we have a velociraptor, our excitement for our park goes up by 2. So that means this round we're going to have 3 patrons coming to our park. We can increase our tracker by 2. Don't forget, though, we're also going to have to increase our threat by 2, because now it's more likely that we're going to have an issue with velociraptors breaking loose and attacking and scaring away our patrons. Our threat will move from 1 to 3. My next action is I'm going to take this scientist, and he's going to help with a venture capital and give us 3 coins. Kind of needed. I have no money. Then I'm going to have this guy come here, and he's going to help me get 2 more coins. So now I've got a total of 5 coins. I'm then going to place this worker right here, and he's going to let me upgrade a paddock or my security. Well, I could do my security here, so I'm going to upgrade a paddock. In order for me to have more dinosaurs, I have to have larger paddocks. So I'm going to pay 2 coins out of those 5 I just got. These 2 coins are going to be used so that I can create a larger paddock, and I'm going to do that for the Gallimimus. I'll place that paddock right here. Now I'm doing that because I'm hoping to make another Gallimimus, and although that's a small amount of excitement, hey, it's another patron that comes and it's going to give me money. It's going to help stem a little bit more of the economy for my dinosaur park. At least that's what I'm hoping. We'll see if it actually works. We have 3 workers left. We're going to have this one come here to increase our security level at no cost. And then we're going to use our last 2 to come here and create 1 more dinosaur. The Gallimimus costs 2 of any of the basic resources. So we're going to use these 2 so we can create 1 more dinosaur. We'll place that dinosaur here. But now we're going to have to increase our excitement to 4, which is awesome, but we also have to increase our threat. Our threat will move from 3 to 4, but that's okay because this round we're only increasing threat by 1, so we're going to be at 5, which is equal to our security level, so we'll be fine. None of the patrons will be eaten or scared away. Yes! Moving on to phase 4, looking here, we have a total excitement of 4, so we're going to grab 4 out of here. So we've got 1, yes, you're yellow. Come on, give me yellow. Give me yellow. 2, I like it. And 3 and 4. Heck yeah. So we have 4 awesome patrons, wonderful people, maybe, 2 adults and 2 kids, something like that. They're going to give us 4, so I'm going to grab a 5 in exchange of 1, and that's what they're going to pay to come into our park. Then we can place 2 to here look at the Gallimimus, 1 to look at this awesome Velociraptor, and 1 to buy a hat. We then compare our security level to our threat. We're both at 5, so no problem there. So then we score victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 victory points. Nice. We're going to look here for our victory points. We're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 10 because we completed the assign only 1 scientist in the research phase. Heck yeah, at 35. We're now going to clean up the marketplace, so I'm going to get rid of this first aid station and move everything up and fill it up. This looks awesome. I'm really eyeing this junior scientist. We gain 2 basic DNA at the start of each round, and we'd get a worker. Oh, but we do have a security guard as well. I don't know, the security guard is awesome, but he's so expensive, and we only have $7 in total. So it'll be interesting to see what we decide to do. We're also going to need to refresh and get another small carnivore. We have a Ceratosaurus. That sounds cool. And then we'll grab our scientists and put all of our workers back. We finished round 2. Let's move on to round 3. And now you can see in round 3, any objectives we complete in round 3, we're only going to get 7 victory points instead of 10. First thing we'll do is roll our dice to start the next round. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is awesome. Although that's not the one we want. We want this one. But still, 3 on 1 die. So the last 2 rounds, dice 4 and 5 have been stolen from me. So I'm really hoping the AI does not take 4 and 5. So I put them over here. We'll see if that helps. Let's see what the AI takes from us this time. We have 1 and 5. Oh, man. Okay. Well, 1 isn't terrible, but 5 is our advanced DNA. Oh well. We do lose the Sacculosaurus, but that's okay. I wasn't really planning on going for that anyways. We lose the Fun House, and we're going to lose the duplicate chamber. not terrible, but remember, I need to buy a lab tile. So I was hoping to get a cheap one. The $2 one is still there, so that makes me happy. So in this round, you guys, I think I'm going to use all of my scientists. I'm going to go 3, 1, and 2. And what's awesome about that is now nothing is going to be placed in the threat tracker because I've used all of the dice. But also, I'm going to get 3 of this dark purplish blue. I'm going to get 1 of these light blue, and then I'm going to get 6 of these. Actually, I should not have done it that way. This is the way I meant to do it. So 3, 2, and 3. We'll grab 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. We'll grab 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And 2 of these. Oh, that is going to be awesome. We'll be able to make some dinosaurs this round. Remember how I said I had 7 money? 5, 6, 7. Yep, totally going to use all of that. Probably not a good idea, but I'm going to grab the better tool bench and our junior scientist, which will give us another worker. Awesome. And every round, we're going to gain 2 basic DNA at the start of it. So that is also awesome. I'm taking a little bit of a risk here because I'm going to put this better tool bench over the regular tool bench. That's fine, except for that you see this better tool bench only has 2 spaces. The regular tool bench, we could use unlimited, but I still think it's worth it. And now we have our 3 lab tiles, so we've completed that objective. Yes! Now we move on to phase 3, and we're going to get ourselves some more velociraptors. First thing we're going to do is go here and gain 1 advanced DNA. Yoink. Perfect. Then in order to make more velociraptors, we're going to have to get some more money. So we're going to place a worker here in the venture capital, and that gets us 3 coins. We're then going to place a worker in the better tool bench, get a -2 coin discount to upgrade our paddock. So normally it costs 2 coins to do an upgrade. Don't have to do that at all. Don't have to pay anything. And we're going to upgrade the paddock with the velociraptors. We'll now have room for 2 of them. And you better believe we're going to be making another one now. We've got 3 workers left, so we can place 1 here on the create dinosaur. That's going to cost us 1 yellow, 2 purple, 1 lighter purple, and 1 blue. And we've just created our second velociraptor. Our park now has 2 velociraptors, so our excitement will go up by 2. We're now going to have 6 patrons come each round, but our threat tracker is also going to go up to 6, and our security level is only 5, so I've got to deal with that quick. We'll place our second to last worker here just to increase our security level to the same amount. And I think for our last guy, we'll actually just go here to gain 2 more bucks because I need money. That gives us a total of 5 money. We now move to phase 4, and now we're going to have a total of 6 patrons come. I love having more and more people come to our park. So we've got 3. Yes, these are all yellow. 1, 2, 3. Come on, more yellow. 4. And 2 more. 5 and 6. Yes, all 6 are wonderful people. They're all going to come in and pay us $1 to come see our awesome dinos. So we just gained 6 more money. Then we need to place them in our park. So we've got 2 of these Gallimimus. I can never remember their name. I can put 1 in the hat. Can put 2 more in the Velociraptor. And then we've got 1 left over. But we have our merchandiser. And our merchandiser allows us to place this extra guy in the hat location. We then compare our security level to the threat. It's 6-6 even. So we're going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victory points. So we'll take these guys off of the board. They had a great time at our park. Woohoo! We'll get our 6 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we completed this objective, 3 lab upgrades. So that gives us 7 more victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doing great so far. Moving into that cleanup phase, we're going to take out this entire row and we're going to replenish the entire marketplace. Ta-da! It's been refreshed. Look at this, you guys. This worker or specialist would give us 2 workers, our last 2 workers. We could have all of our workers. That's really, really, really tempting. But remember, we gotta keep our objectives in mind if we're gonna keep doing them each round. I scored 6 VP last round, so maybe I can get to 8 VP at the end of next round so I can score that, because that's really the only other objective I can see us completing this round. We're going to grab a new herbivore, and our new herbivore is going to be the Stegosaurus. Oh, I almost want to get that just because I like Stegosauruses. And then we're going to move to round 4. I think I'm going to do one more round for this video, and then we'll finish it up the last 3 rounds in another video. Let's see what we get with our dice. Oh yes, look at this. One of any type of advanced DNA. Not bad. Just so you can see the order I put the dice in, I'm really hoping 4 and 5. They've been hitting 4 and 5s a lot, so maybe 4 and 5 will not be picked this time. Let's see what the AI takes away. Dice 1 and 4. So we lost this die. That's not terrible. But this one, that really stinks. That was one of any type of advanced DNA. We also lose the Stegosaurus. I really wanted to make the Stegosaurus, but that's not going to happen. We lost the Giga Coaster, so we can't make that one. And we lost the Chaos Theorist for our specialist. Of the dice that are left, we're going to use a 2 scientist to go here to grab 2 of the yellow advanced science. That's awesome. We're also going to use the 1 science to go here to grab 2 of the basic, any of the basic DNA. And the third and final, and I don't know if this is smart or not, but I want to, the Spinosaurus. We're going to learn how to make a Spinosaurus. We'll place our Spinosaurus right here, right next to our hat shop. Moving on to phase 2, we're going to purchase 2 things here. The first thing we're going to do is purchase the ice cream stand. Now, it normally costs $3 plus the 2 here, so that's our total of 5, and then we can place that somewhere on our board. We're also going to pay $3 for this security guard. If we're going to be able to make 8 victory points, I got to make sure that if we draw hooligans, we can throw them back in the bag and then redraw. So that's what we're going to do. That's our total 8, and we can grab our security guard as well. He doesn't give us additional workers, but I still think that was worth it. We'll place our ice cream stand right here. Now, the ice cream stand's got a little weird icon here. Only food locations let you do this, but when you're determining when you get victory points at the end of the cleanup phase, if I still have a patron here, I can choose whether I want to take 2 coins or gain the victory point. So definitely for this round, I want to gain the victory point, but other times I might want the coin so I can buy more stuff the next round. I apologize, you guys. This is what happens when I get really excited. I forget to show you that I have to move up my DNA because of what I drafted with my scientists. So I went up 2 on the DNA track here, and I'm going to move up 2 in this DNA track as well. This means we are going to have our threat increased by 2 just for this round because this die was left over. First things first, I'd really like to make a Spinosaurus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my workers and obtain 1 more advanced DNA. Then, because this is what I need to create my dinosaur, I'm going to go here. Of course, I block that area, and I use one of these light purple, darker purple, green, and 2 yellows, and I have just created a Spinosaurus. That does mean my threat is going to go up by 2, though, which kind of stinks. But come on, 3 more excitement, 7 more victory points? Yeah. This means, though, we're going to have our excitement go from 6 to 9 points, so we're going to have 9 visitors at the end of this round. I need to have 8 of those pay out, because not even pay out, but give me victory points. Because if they don't, then I don't get that objective. And you guys, I'm so terrible. I totally forgot about gaining any 2 basic DNA at the start of a round. Ugh. So I am going to just skip that from this round because it's my fault for missing it. But next round, I need to remember this because this could really help us. I really don't want my patrons dying because I need those victory points for that objective. So I'm going to go here to increase my security level by 1. Then I'm going to use 2 more people to do the same thing. But once again, I don't have to pay any money for this, which is awesome. I have only 1 worker left. I'm going to have to use that here increase my security level by 1, but then I have to pay 3 coins, which is exactly what I had left. I'm taking a huge chance here. It might not be worth it. I could have done more stuff. I could have built more dinosaurs, but I'm trying to get one objective around. So let's see what we draw. We'll grab these. We have one hooligan so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll grab these ones. A VIP. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, the VIP might save us. And one more. 9. Guess what? I have my security guard. I can throw that hooligan back in there. Hope to goodness I don't draw a hooligan. Yes! That is great. So now, each one of these is going to give me $1. That means I have a total of 9 coins that I'm going to get here. Great! I have a total of 8 spots, and I have that 8th spot because of the merchandiser, but I have 9 people. So this guy, he's stuck waiting in line to get into our park. So he's not going to get us victory points. He still had to pay, though, to come in, but he doesn't get us victory points. But now we have to compare security to threat. Well, our security is 9, so that's good, but our threat is 8. And then we add 2 because of this, so we have one of our patrons eaten. So that's going to hit us, dock us 1 victory point. But this guy is eaten or run away, or runs away, whichever way you want to put it. Oh! Now, in the competitive game, he would just go back to the cup. Great. Doesn't really matter. But in the solo game, he's removed forever. So now it's going to be more likely we're going to pull those hooligans. We now, though, look to see how much victory points we are going to make. We'll make, not for this guy, but we'll make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We made just enough to complete that objective. So we first go down by 1 because one of our patrons was scared away. And then we go up by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can take one of these 50 tokens and put it on our board to remember that we're past 50. We then get to say we completed this. We scored 8 VPs in a single round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heck yes. We'll then move to the cleanup phase. We'll get rid of these 2, and then we'll refresh the marketplace. So this marketplace looks pretty good. I need to get a roller coaster and some sort of apparel on our board, so we have one of each type. So here's the problem. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. So that's a total of 12. I need to have 12 money. I only have 9. So I'm not going to be able to do that this round. But maybe I can buy one of them and buy the other the next round. We'll refresh the large carnivore. And we've got the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, that would be fun to have. And the Triceratops for the herbivore. Oh, that would be awesome too. I love all these dinosaurs. Okay, then we'll move to round 5. I'm going to call it for this game. For this video tonight. Can you tell I'm a little tired? I'm using the wrong words. These are the 3 objectives we have left. I was hoping that maybe we could do this one. It's not going to happen. We don't have a food, merchandise, and rides. We're not going to be able to get all 3. So instead, I think we can do this. Reach a security level of 12. We're already at 9, so that just means we have to increase it by 3. So I'm hoping to do that next round. Then do the build 1 attraction of each type, and then end with reaching a threat level of 15. Our threat level is only 8 right now, so we have a lot of work to do on that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. If I can't, I'm going to be so sad because it's going to be losing 10 victory points. But I'm pretty sure we can get those 2. Let me know if you guys agree and if you have any suggestions on how you think I could get these 3 objectives done. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.